How are you?
Aw, thanks, pal.
They were roommates, guys.
Oh, traitor!
I feel like this is the moment where they just bond over their love for explosions.
And they're so evenly matched.
This is actually closer than I think it was.
It's almost like they're related. Anyway.
What I know of the comic books and everything, that Jinx wins this, by the way, guys.
Harley Quinn, DC's fantabulous anti-hero.
Jinx, the loose cannon of League of Legends.
Jinx is nuts. Like, Harley Quinn pretends to be what Jinx is.
We live in a society that adheres to strict laws and norms, but these two ladies turn that system on its head with their wild enthusiasm for destruction and chaos.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle.
Born to a middle-class family in the heart of Brooklyn, USA, Harleen Quinzel had long lived a life of mediocrity. She had embarrassing parents, annoying siblings,
And a high school life that sucked. Even more than, like, the normal ones.
she never quite felt like she fit in anywhere. But despite this, Harleen knew she was destined for greatness.
So, inspired by a childhood crush turned psychotic murderer, Harleen spent years training to be a world-renowned criminal psychiatrist, eventually traveling to Gotham City's infamous Arkham Asylum to research the most dangerous criminals on the planet, like Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker.
But after analyzing the Joker and his horrific, unspeakable history as
I still think her, like, inspiration story is a little off the walls, but
a
yeah.
homicidal clown and Jared Leto, she came to realize one truth.
The Joker was actually a misunderstood angel squashed down by an unjust society and wrongfully harassed by that son of a bitch Batman.
This was the first of the Joker's many manipulations, leading Harleen to see a warped reflection of herself through him, culminating in her breaking him out of prison, bleaching her skin via chemical vat baptism, and joining him on his life of crime, descending into love like madness and reborn as the fantastic Harley Quinn.
And she was packing plenty of tools of maniacal mayhem, including her iconic hammer, electric buzzers, and bombs of all shapes and sizes, like the
Yeah, they used to be owned by Rooster Teeth, but now they're, like, their own thing. But these are some of their older ones. I didn't realize she actually bleached her skin. I hadn't read a lot of the, like, beginning comics.
the dreaded banana cream pie, the most evil of all pie flavors.
When she wants to get around quickly, she can use her handy-dandy pogo stick, which she straps rockets to. That doesn't seem safe.
Speaking of unsafe, Harley's most versatile tool is her pop gun, a rotating revolver with special ammo rounds, like a boxing glove. Whoa!
Whoa, close one.
And binding confetti. And did I mention explosive rounds? Oh no.
My leg is
Which bounce. Nice. Don't let Jinx see that.
gone. Oh no. Oh wait, there he was.
We don't need her getting bouncing rounds. That would be terrifying.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna go.
Harley combines her arsenal
Batman
with
owns this
unparalleled
girl?
gymnastic skills, making her far deadlier than your average criminal. She can even keep up with experts like Deadshot and Catwoman, even Batman at times. The peak human superhero that can dodge lightning and survive this alien device exploding, which obliterated multiple city blocks.
Yeah, I think that stretches the term peak human just a bit. But hey, he's the goddamn Batman, so we'll allow it.
Unfortunately for Harley, despite her unwavering loyalty to the Joker, their honeymoon period did not last. He spent years abusing her, physically and emotionally, tearing her down piece by piece.
Then, when he got bored, he strapped her to a friggin' rocket and launched her halfway across Gotham City. Guess that's one way to say, no, it's not you, it's me. Bye!
Harley was left alone in the wreckage, abandoned by the one person she dedicated her entire life to.
And
I forgot that Poison Ivy buffed her. Because they were basically like besties.
Till fellow villain Poison Ivy came by. She nursed Harley back to health, literally healing her from a damaged relationship. Ivy even gave Harley a chemical concoction that granted her superhuman strength and a healing factor.
I suppose a healthy relationship can sometimes feel like your own superpower in and of itself.
Yeah, and those two definitely seem like very good friends.
Little bit, yeah.
With Ivy at her side, Harley went on to rebuild herself as a famous anti-hero, leading teams like the Gotham Sirens and Suicide Squad. She worked on developing new skills built around her own strengths rather than that of her past.
Like learning to use her
They were roommates, guys.
lifelong knowledge of psychoanalysis to manipulate her foe.
Unfortunately, she's against the loose cannon with a mouth. Jinx.
Mid-combat.
And creating tons of her own chemical concoctions, like tranquilizers and sleeping gases that can incapacitate medic.
Although, like, seeing all her, like, extra things, she might edge out in versatility, maybe? Barely? But there's a lot of things Jinx can do.
She even reverse engineered her former flame's trademark Joker Venom. This deadly substance excites the laughter centers in a person's brain and forces them to laugh until they suffocate.
Harley was clearly on top of the world, but nothing caps off self-improvement like a Rocky Balboa training montage. So Harley went to Themyscira of all places to get a combat internship with the Amazons, just like her favoriteest superhero, Wonder Woman. And imagine going from bashing random goons in Gotham to fighting alongside immortal warrior goddesses.
She became agile enough to jump between skyscrapers and strong enough to rip an entire palm tree out of the ground with her bare hands. Based on the size of the tree and the weight of an average palm by foot, that weighs about 600 pounds.
That's a bit more than super strength.
And she can hold it one-handed.
For a
so
human,
her
at least.
strength is probably at least twice as much.
Enough to lift a full-grown brown bear and throw it like a ragdoll. Hell, her skills advanced so far, she was appointed a herald on the War World Apocalypse. You know, the planet ruled by the living embodiment of evil? Even the actual personification of the DC editorial staff likes to call her in to help with tough jams.
As the years went on, Harley surprised literally everyone by transitioning from supervillain to superhero. She partnered up with other heroes, became a psychiatrist again, and legitimately started helping other vigilantes with trauma, like Jason Todd, who definitely needed that.
In fact, the Bat family she used to antagonize and ridicule eventually accepted her as kind of an extended member of their group, teaming up with her to save Gotham from her toxic ex. Good for her. Guess we're
Good for her.
not going to talk about when she went back to the Joker a couple of times.
Well, I'm saying, like, comic book durability, but you're forgetting a lot of Jinxes in some comics, too. And you're also forgetting Arcane, which showed off that she can deal with superhuman things. But
in the end, she may
But I am seeing some of the stuff I forgot about Harley, like the whole super strength thing.
be a little nutty, but you'd be mad not to love Harley Quinn.
Strength-wise, probably not. Versatility-wise, maybe. I don't know. This is actually closer than I think it was. I'm trying to think. Are they even, or is Harley a bit above? Because I'm trying to think back to the comics Jinx in.
The world of Runeterra is a wondrous
Because you gotta be kind of superhuman to live in this world. Runeterra world.
fantasy land of advanced technology, arcane magics, and legendary champions. But on its northern shores are two cities locked in political turmoil. For decades, Piltover's rich elite have exploited the
The loose cannon with a mouth. She does not. She does.
city of Zon.
She does make her
forcing
own
workers
wanted
into unsafe
posters.
conditions and brutalizing
Which I still think's unhinged.
the populace with terrifying police enforcers.
Oh, so like New Jersey. You could have just said New Jersey.
Until one day, a wild, loose cannon would literally explode onto the scene. She gave those uptight topsiders a taste of their own medicine, menacing its people with bombs, gunfire, and even more bombs. This
She can live explosions, so she's not that far off from
Was
Harley
Jinx.
in that
Jinx
terms.
destroyed Zeppelins, Jumanji'd the shit out of the local zoo, and switched the street signs. What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer, Violet, could hope to stop her. But even armed with massive gauntlets weighing over 4,000
Harley does not win in the song department. Have you heard Jinx's song?
pounds each, Vi could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Y'all gotta remember, Vi's holding, like, look what he just said. This is why I say they're about equal.
What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer, Violet, could hope to stop her. But even armed with massive gauntlets weighing over
Realize that each of those gauntlets is about 4,000 pounds. That's way heavier than the tree. Like, way heavier. The tree was 600. Vi with these two gauntlets can't fight Jinx.
4,000 pounds each, Vi could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Because you gotta think,
Man, they're so evenly matched. It's almost like they're related. Anyway, Jinx can burst open birds with her
she's also got the versatility of having some of the most dangerous weapons in existence in the world.
trusty Zapper Shock pistol.
She can
Turn enemies to
teleport.
Swiss cheese with her
She's got the
pow-pow
super
minigun,
mega death
and blow
rocket.
bad guys to bits with her flame chomper grenades.
But
She can
Jinx's favorite weapon is her
electrocute-
Fishbone's rocket launcher. So much so, she rides it like a rocket-powered pogo stick. Well, that seems even less safe.
Well, don't let her manic attitude fool
You also forget, Jinx is based off of Harley.
you. Not only is Jinx tough enough to take a hit from Braum, a guy who can shake mountains with a punch, but she's wicked smart. Almost all her gear is custom made.
Yeah, she's super smart. So she's smarter than Harley because she can like make her own tech. And she survives like punches from people like Braum.
She's even recreated Hex Tech, funky science powered by magic crystals. Ooh.
Including her handheld teleportation device. Oh, my bad. Is that League of Legends? What a coincidence.
Oh no.
Hold the phone. Are you talking about League of Legends over there? I love that game. I've got in more than 10,000 hours just in our college days, huh, buddy? League of Legends is a multiplayer online battle arena game forged in the flames of LAN parties and salty gamer tears. Oh.
He would probably hold back, but you're realizing he hit her with the door.
And as any professional will tell you, to play
Even holding back, that's gonna hurt.
the game well, you need to min-max your character's loadout with the best possible items.
Yeah, and the worst mistake you can make is being new. God, it's
And you gotta realize she's coming with the weapons and items from the game.
the midterms all over again.
Because that's how Death Battle works. And some of those items are kind of Mjolnir levels of unfair.
No, boomstick, stay in your lane.
Infinity Edge literally cuts through anything. That's its whole lore.
What are you doing in the jungle? Stop it, feeder.
Jinx's ideal loadouts include Phantom Dancer, so
What are
she
you
can
doing in the
phase
jungle? Stop it.
through objects after
Second.
landing
Hi,
a
Nightlight.
blow.
I'd like to phase out of this conversation.
Then there's the Quicksilver Sash.
I'm not being biased. I'm trying to think, like, because at first I was starting to think maybe Harley had it. But then they reminded me that she's got the weapons and she's survived, like, punches from, like, Braum. Which, and her sister can hold two 4,000-pound gauntlets.
Which protects her from status effects like sleep, paralysis, and poison.
Yeah. That removes, Joker Toxin. That
This
alone.
includes forced actions, which make you do things you don't want to do. Hey, Boom, you want to pop into a match with your old Teemo from back in the day? I can set it up right now.
How about we move on to Arcane before I ram my foot up your ass?
Aww.
So, there's more to Jinx than
He's a recovering alcoholic. Good for him.
what the main games depict. Before her infamous tomfoolery, most people around Zon knew her as an innocent young tinkerer named Powder.
Like pretty much everyone in the Undercity, Powder had it rough. She lost her parents in a conflict with enforcers, but had a bit of luck when she joined this cool foster family along with Vi, who was, gasp, her sister all along. If you're wondering what put soap in their opera, Vi was a total badass, and Powder was desperate to also prove herself to her newfound family. And then she made a mistake.
Seemingly abandoned, Powder was left in the hands of the most notorious drug kingpin around. Silco was not the father she needed, but the one she wanted, teaching her to turn her perceived weaknesses into her greatest strengths. Thus, she became Jinx.
Even when the sisters reunited years later, they couldn't fully reconcile, setting up the game of cat and mouse in the game.
Jinx was an excellent rival, able to keep up with other skilled warriors like the bullet-dodging Echo, and survive the worst of Zon's toxic environments, which can kill normal people in minutes. After a near-fatal explosion, she was also infused with...
She lives in the most toxic environment her world has to offer. Like, people die just from breathing in the smoke. She's adapted to that. So regular toxin's not even going to work on her, for one. She survived her rocket exploding in front of her, where it blew up a building and killed lots of people. Figured out Hextech, which is a highly advanced, like, magic/science.
Shimmer, a toxic strength and speed enhanced...
Fights evenly with Vi. Fights evenly with Vi already puts her above Harley.
But Shimmer's side effects intensified her...
The thing I'm thinking about, though, is Harley... Probably... At least in strength-wise, I feel like they're tied. Because I completely forgot about the whole super strength serum and stuff.
Prior trauma, making her much more unhinged and prone to attacking with lethal intent.
Inspiring her ultimate weapon, the Super Mega Death Rocket! This baby's been powered by both Hextech and its even more volatile cousin, Chemtech.
That's even more explosive! I forgot how much I appreciated the explodey options. Anyway, both Hextech and Chemtech are comparable in power to natural magic.
On par with what a badass mage like Lux is able to cast, such as Lucent Singularity, which can totally body these big old rocks.
Measuring their width with Lux's height, we can determine she destroyed almost 13,000 tons of rock from 30 meters away.
Promotional trailers show Mega Death Rocket matching the speed and power of Lux's Final Spark, a much more powerful attack that fires a Kamehameha of natural light.
So her rocket is not only super strong, but super fast. From powder to gunpowder, Silco couldn't be prouder.
But her violet streak grew grim until the day she met a particularly...
See, there's a comic. They've had comics.
Explosive Yordle. Ziggs bonded with her over their mutual passion for destruction, but his was more tempered. Control. Thanks to his wisdom, Jinx learned a little bit of restraint when it came to exploding things of a more fleshy nature.
Helping her tone down the wanton violence and recover some of her mental stability, like he's some kind of feline brand Jiminy Cricket.
And despite being on opposite sides of the bridge, Jinx and Vi remained sisters, ultimately still caring about each other in their own way, even if they were at odds more often than not.
Though you better believe that when things get boring and uptight, Jinx will be there to shake things up.
This episode is sponsored by...
They're not trying to stack it in her favor. They're just using everything she has access to. The same way they're letting Harley have probably access to Batman stuff. Which is why I'm saying maybe versatility-wise they're even. And strength-wise they're even. Because before I was going to give it to Jinx just based off of versatility. But because she does work with the Bat family now, she has access to Bat family tech, which is pretty high up there. I don't know if it's more or equal to Jinx's stuff. It sounds like they are at first, but then you gotta like realize they're using everything she has access to and everything. Because if they're going comics, they're actually kind of even. Because I didn't know if they would use Jinx's comics. By the way, I'm going to skip this because BetterHelp is a scam. This is a very old video, so it's understandable why it's not taken out. Because they probably haven't even realized that this is still in there. But I do love Death Battle.
For a death battle!
But yeah, there's probably still a honey ad. So yeah, it's just old ads. You don't need to worry about it too much. They didn't know. No one knew.
And they say these games are rigged. What? Screw you, you emo pigeons! I'll show you a murder!
I'll show you a murder. That's a very funny pun, but also exactly what Jinx would do. She'd just start murdering the crows, because damn you. Why'd you be a moody around me?
Oh, I just love exploding stuff. Ha! I like exploding stuff too. Why don't I start with your head? Stay still! I'm trying to shoot you!
Look out! She's right behind you!
Aw, thanks, pal. Traitor! You're a real firecracker. Got a light? Oh, sure thing. Stop horsing around! Oh, nuts! Neat gizmo. Got any games? No! I save files! You made me die! Well, that's unfortunate.
I feel like this is a moment where they just bond over their love for explosions. I'm gonna be honest. It's definitely a Deadpool Pinkie Pie thing where they're both very much mad and insane, but grounded. And probably would enjoy the fact that both of them could survive explosions.
Sorry, Soldier Doodad. To make up for it, I got you some nice perfume.
Ugh, smells like...
You don't want her to go mad, though.
Get back. I'm crazy. I am a doctor, and you ain't crazy. You don't have that same smile. I don't need a second opinion. Wait! Don't you want to get in close and savor my emotions as you deliver the final kill? Nah. Bye.
Peace. Yeah, that's the other thing. Jinx don't care about like emotions and stuff. She's completely devoid of that. If you make her go nuts, she'll just start killing.
Don't just stand there, Jinx. You just want a free teddy bear. What if it's Tibbers?
This was a complicated fight with far more factors to consider.
That has, she's resistant to venoms and toxins, and she's got the crazy, like, it ain't over. that is comic book reality. There's no body. Where is she? Harley Quinn definitely had a healing factor, but Jinx, like, yeah, she's physically stronger because she deals with people like Vi all the time. But she's surviving that. So she's definitely physically stronger. Resistant to toxins and venoms. She's way more resistant because she literally lives in the stuff. So, like, none of Harley Quinn's stuff would have a lasting effect at all. At worst, it would make her go insane like it did at the end there. Which is not good, because when Jinx is not insane, she's grounded and pulling her punches. When she goes insane, and she gets excited for murder, she murders, obviously.
Better than at first blush.
And also, you have to, like, canonically, like, in the game, is partially reality. She's very good at battle control. Like, even in the, like, stories about her, she's able to control the battlefield when there's, like, 50 people in the field. She can get out of it beating all 49 other people.
Had more direct combat experience against superpowered beings, along with better training.
But Jinx's physical power, diabolical weaponry, and assortment of items were just enough to roast this Harlequin duck.
While Harley lifting over 1,200 pounds is impressive, Jinx can compete with Vi, whose gauntlets weigh 8 times that in the game.
And
You guys are forgetting, in Arcane, she lifts one of the gauntlets. The train's not a feat when she can lift 3 times that.
Jinx can take hits from a guy who can shake mountains. A bit beyond Harley's level of strength.
Harley may have been more naturally acrobatic, but Jinx's hex tech and intangibility matched and outclassed that mobility. The teleporting tablet alone could control the entire fight, since Jinx could send herself or Harley just about anywhere.
And while Harley had a moderate healing factor, she's never regenerated entire body parts before, so a big enough kaboom would definitely kill her. And Jinx's weapons were strong enough to do just that. In order to destroy over 13,000 tons of rock from such a distance, Lux's magic explosion would need a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT.
And Jinx's Hextech and Chemtech are similar to Lux's magic in speed and power.
Even if we scale Harley's durability to Batman surviving this massive explosion, the potency of Jinx's weaponry outpaces it more than 300 times.
Sure, Harley is legitimately intelligent, but so is Jinx, as evident.
Like, Jinx is like, to put this in perspective so you see that this isn't like being biased or anything. Harley, absolutely academically inclined. Absolutely. I would say, if we were gearing terms, she'd be like, on a scale, she'd be like 1 point from perfect. Jinx would be a savant. She'd be like 80 points over perfect. She'd find the answer to a question no one knew had an answer kind of smart. Because she literally found out alien / like magic technology in under like a week. That's
by her inventions and routinely outwitting Vi and her task force. Plus, Jinx is typically distrusting of people she's just met. So
she's completely distrusting, so she wouldn't fall for all the little tricks that Harley would have. She wouldn't fall for them because she wouldn't play with them. She'd just be like, no thanks. Boom.
Harley's potential mind games were likely to fall on skeptical.
Yeah, I'm not telling you anything about the show. I'm just saying, spoiler, she has lifted a gauntlet.
Jinx was much more likely to shoot first and ask questions later.
Yep.
Now, Harley still had her wide array of poisons and chemical agents, like the Joker Venom, which would kill most opponents in minutes. However, after living her whole life in the toxic cesspool...
Yeah, this would just be like breathing fresh air. Fresh air is more poison to her than poison air.
...of Zon, her tolerance for poisons is...
Yeah, Sane Powder has the potential to discover multiverses. Insane Jinx? Murdering Harley would be a Tuesday for her. It would just be
much
another
higher
day.
than a normal person. Not to mention, the Quicksilver Sash could simply end any unwanted effect on her. Ultimately, Harley couldn't stand up to Jinx's.
And canonically, almost always you're building a Quicksilver Sash on Jinx. Because she'd rather keep moving than be invulnerable.
Physical power, superior technology, or overwhelmingly explosive arsenal.
Harley clowned around only to get her bell rung by someone out of her league.
The winner is Jinx.
Basically, a lot of characters in League are based on a character and then turned up to 11. So if you put them against their inspiration, they'll probably win.
Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand new membership program for our YouTube channel.
When Harley thought she could still turn this around, she jinxed it.
Give Death Battle a like and a follow if you haven't already. What are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You're already following. I don't know what you're talking about. Smoke bomba, not that I care if you follow like me. Nah, leave it in.